Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. Today I will show you how to clean and maintain your Windows operating system without using and installing any third-party software. If you are like myself, I do not like to install a whole lot of third-party software on my operating system to clean and maintain my drives. To get to these tools, go to your search box and type in Control. In Control Panel, navigate to Administrative Tools. Now we are in the Administrative Tools window. These are all shortcuts to the system folder on your drive where these are found. These all come built into Windows, and as far as I can remember, they are as far back, most of these, as Windows XP, and I've used them for many years and found them very useful without using any third-party software. The first one we are going to look at is Disk Cleanup. This helps to delete any junk and temporary files on your hard drives. To use it, select the hard drive you would like to clean. Say OK. That will scan your hard drive. Depending on how much junk and temporary files you've got, it could take a little bit longer than that. You can also clean up system files, but I am not going to do that for this video because it could take a bit longer and I don't want to drag the video out. To clean, all you do is select the checkboxes you would like to clean, or unselect which you would not like to clean. You can actually tick all of them because they are all junk files and safe to delete. Then you go OK, sure, delete files, and that just cleans up all the junk and temporary files on your hard drive that you have selected, and it's done. The next one I want to have a look at is the Registry Editor. Now, a quick disclaimer here that if you do not know what you are doing with the Registry Editor and are not an advanced computer administrator and are uncomfortable in the registry, please do not fiddle with the registry because you could absolutely wreck your operating system. So, but here we are in the Registry Editor, and this is just all the little entries. I call this the brain of the computer, and you can just fiddle around here. This is a whole video in itself where if you uninstall software, you can go to HKey, current user software, and you can find software remnants that are left over and delete them. There's been a lot of videos out there on registries if it helps to speed up your computer by deleting entries or not. And I like to, though, when I uninstall software, just go into HKey current user software and look for any entries that I can see have been uninstalled, and HKey local machine software, and do the same. But once again, if you do not know and are not confident to fiddle in the registry, please do not do that, else it could wreck your operating system. But a very handy tool to use if you know what's going on in the registry. The next one is Services. These are all the background processes and services that run on your operating system. I have done a whole video on this to help speed up and disable services to help speed up your operating system. So for this video, I will not go into it into too much depth. But once again, another little handy feature where you can disable services that you know you are not using and do not need to help speed up and maintain your computer and keep it running snappy and fast. Okay, so as I say, I've made a video prior to this. You can go check that out. So that's where you can manage your services. The next one is System Configuration. Very handy tool to help speed up boot time and so forth. Once again, I have done a whole video on this. So I'm not going to go in depth here, but the best one I like to do is just go to boot, take that down to 3 seconds, advanced options, change my processes to my max amount, click OK, and we're done. And then you can also just hide all Microsoft services and check or uncheck things you want to disable. But as I said, I've done a whole video on this, but a very handy feature if you want to do speed up your boot times. You can go check that video out. Here we have System Information, which is very handy. It tells you everything about your operating system, the build, your model. You can just go through the whole thing. Everything you need to know, the amount of memory you're running, your processor, very handy tool. There's some other little headers here on the left you can check out, but I found this very useful and I don't need any third-party software to be installed to see my information on my software. And then the second last one I want to talk about is Task Scheduler. This is where you can enable or disable tasks that run to remind software to run updates and so forth. Scheduled tasks on software. So for instance, my Asus Smart Gesture has a schedule to check for new software, my Google, Microsoft Edge, OneDrive, all my BrenTech drivers and stuff and software. And if you want to disable something, you just click on it, you go to the left, you disable it, and you can even delete it. Once again, if you're not comfortable here and you do not know what something is, rather leave it alone. But that is also a little handy feature you can use to disable tasks that you do not need, and this will also help speed up your PC because it stops stuff updating in the background. So that's also a very handy feature. Let's click out of that. And then the last one is the good old defragment and optimize drives. Built into Windows, and this, if there's anything I advise you to do to help keep your computer snappy and fast and in good smooth running order, it is to defragment your drives and optimize them as frequently as possible. Depending on what I'm doing, if I do a lot of stuff on my computer in a day, I will even do this on a daily basis, and the more you do it, the quicker it takes. Obviously, if you haven't done this in a while, it will take a long time, and it just optimizes your drives and sorts software into frequency of use and just neatens things up on your hard drive. Another thing just to mention at the bottom here is scheduled optimization. I've turned off because I do not want my defrag running in the background, because that can severely slow down your computer when it runs, and I would just rather do it manually. So I always uncheck run on a schedule and it is off. So that is just, especially if you are gaming and doing video editing and stuff, you do not want this to run in the background. So I just turn that off completely and I do this manually. And then obviously you just say, click on the drive you want to optimize, and you just go optimize, and obviously that'll run its course. When it's finished, it'll let you know, and you just close out when you're finished. Anyway, I hope this wasn't too drawn out and you found this video useful. And that is how I optimize my Windows operating system without using any third-party software, and there's no need to buy any or install any third-party software. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.